Marcy has a total of 100 dimes and quarters. If the total value of the coins is $14.05, how many quarters does she have? Okay, so they're talking about two things here. They're talking about a total number of coins, 100, and then a total value of the coins. So let's start with that. The total number of coins is 100. And this total number is made up of the number of dimes plus the number of quarters. Okay, now let's think about the total value of the coins. They tell us that the total value of the coins is $14.05. So 1 dime is 10 cents, or 0.10. So if you want to find the value of all the dimes, you would multiply 0.10 times the number of dimes. Similarly, each quarter is 25 cents, or 0.25. So if you want to find the value of all the quarters, you would multiply 0.25 times the number of quarters. And if you add up these two numbers, that'll give you the total value of the coins. You might notice that we've created two equations that have the number of dimes and the number of quarters in them. We could represent each of these with a variable. So let's say D is the number of dimes, and Q is the number of quarters. Then our first equation would say our number of dimes, D, plus our number of quarters, Q, equals 100. And our second equation would say 0.10 times our number of dimes, D, plus 0.25 times our number of quarters, Q, equals $14.05. So we're used to having X and Y in our equations, but in this case we have D and Q, but we still have a system of equations. So let's rewrite these equations below. If we want to solve this system of equations, we've learned substitution and combining, and since our variables are on the left side, we can combine them. We can get rid of either variable. Let's go ahead and get rid of the D. So we'll need to multiply our second equation by negative 0.10 on both sides. Rewriting our system, we'll keep the first equation the same, and our second equation is now negative 0.10D minus 0.10Q equals negative 10. Now we're ready to combine the pieces on the left side and the pieces on the right side. On the left side, 0.10D minus 0.10D makes this piece disappear, and then we have 0.25Q minus 0.10Q, which gives us 0.15Q. And on the right side, 14.05 minus 10 gives us 4.05. Now we'll divide both sides by 0.15, and that gives us Q equals, and on the right side, 4.05 divided by 0.15 gives us 27. So this tells us that the number of quarters that we have is 27. And the question actually asks, what is the number of quarters? So it actually made sense to get rid of the D so we could get straight to our answer. And looking at the answer choices, that would be option A. Which of the following best describes the graph of this system of equations? And we have two equations here, and the options are saying, are they two identical lines, two parallel lines, two lines intersecting in only one point, or two lines intersecting in only 2 points? So in this question, we're trying to think about these lines visually. We're not concerned with what exactly the solution might be to this system, but really what do these two lines look like? So are these two lines the same line? Are they two parallel lines? Do they intersect in 1 point? And option D is actually impossible. You can test this yourself. You can draw 2 lines. There's no way for them to intersect in 2 points. So we can go ahead and cross off D. And going back to option A, let's see if these 2 lines are identical, meaning they have the same equation. So we'll put our second one into y equals mx plus b form. Let's rewrite it first. 5y equals negative 10x plus 15. To get y by itself, we'll divide by 5 on both sides. That'll lead to y equals, and on the right side, we'll split this fraction into 2 pieces. We'll have negative 10x divided by 5 plus 15 divided by 5. Simplifying, we have y equals negative 2x plus 3. So our second equation is negative 2x plus 3, and so is our first equation. So we have 2 identical lines. You can think of this as 2 lines on top of each other. So option A would be correct, but let's go ahead and check options B and C. B says that these are 2 parallel lines. So for 2 lines to be parallel, the slope needs to be the same. Technically, both of our equations have a slope of negative 2. So you could say that they're both parallel. However, the question's asking for the best description, and saying that they're identical lines is more precise than simply saying that they're parallel. So we can cross off B. And then option C, 2 lines intersecting in only 1 point. This would be wrong here. Since we have 2 identical lines, they actually intersect at an infinite number of points. So we can cross off C. So we can be confident now that option A is the answer. Members of a senior class held a car wash to raise funds for their senior prom. They charged $3 to wash a car and $5 to wash a pickup truck or a sport utility vehicle. If they earned a total of $275 by washing a total of 75 vehicles, how many cars did they wash? Okay, let's try to break this down. They tell us that the total money that was earned was $275. And where does this money come from? We get $3 per car and then $5 per truck. So let's have C as the number of cars and then T as the number of trucks or sports utility vehicles. We'll just group it as one variable. So the total money that was earned would be $3 times the number of cars plus $5 times the number of trucks or sport vehicles. And this would give us our $275. Does the question give us any more information? Yes, it does. It tells us there were 75 vehicles in total. So writing that in words, we could say that the total number of vehicles was 75. And what can our vehicles be? They can be cars or trucks. So the number of cars plus the number of trucks, that gives us our 75 vehicles. So now we have 2 equations with C and T. So we have a system. So we have both variables on the left side. So this is set up perfectly for combining. And we could get rid of either variable, but since the question was asking for the number of cars, let's get rid of T so we can get straight to the answer. So how do we get rid of T? We need to multiply both sides by negative 5. Rewriting our system, our first equation stays the same, and our second equation becomes negative 5c minus 5t equals, and 75 times negative 5 would give us negative 375. Now we're ready to combine. Let's add up the pieces on the left side and the pieces on the right side. On the left side, 3c minus 5c gives us negative 2c, and 5t minus 5t disappears. On the right side, 275 minus 375 gives us negative 100. To get c by itself, we'll divide by negative 2 on both sides. And that gives us C equals 50. So the number of cars at the car wash was 50. And looking at our answers, that would be option D. At what point do the lines represented by the equations 2x plus y plus 1 equals 0 and 4x plus y minus 3 equals 0 intersect? Okay, so we have two lines. The equations look weird because they put everything on the left side, but they just want us to find where these two lines intersect. In other words, we need to find the solution to this system of equations. The way these equations are set up is perfect for combining. We can pick either variable to get rid of, but it looks like y is the easiest one. We just need to multiply our first equation by -1. Rewriting our first equation, we have -2x minus y minus 1 equals 0. And our second equation stays the same. Now we're ready to combine. We'll add up the pieces on the left side and the right side. On the left side, -2x plus 4x gives us 2x. -y plus y disappears, and -1 minus 3 gives us -4. And we have 0 on the right side. Now we have a simple equation. We'll add 4 to both sides, and we'll get 2x equals 4. Dividing by 2 now gives us x equals 2. So looking at our options, since x equals 2, we can cross out C and D. In those options, the x-coordinate is not 2. Options A and B both have an x-coordinate of 2 and a different y-coordinate, so we'll need to figure that out. Since we found x equals 2, we just need to substitute this into one of our equations. Let's take our first equation. We have 2x plus y plus 1 equals 0. Substituting x equals 2, we have 2 times 2 plus y plus 1 equals 0. 2 times 2 is 4. Now adding up our constants, 4 plus 1 is 5. So on the left side, we have y plus 5. Subtracting 5 from both sides gives us y equals -5. So the point where these two lines intersect is x equals 2, comma, y equals -5. And looking at our options, that would be option B.